Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Hannah and on this channel I post a lot of anti-MLM content. One of those categories is deep dives like this video into different MLM companies, but I also have over 100 other anti-MLM videos as well. So I'll link that playlist here and down below, and if that kind of content is interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, consider liking this video. Today I'm bringing you a deep dive into the multi-level marketing company OPTAVIA, which I've recently learned is not pronounced Optavia like I've pronounced it forever. You learn something new every day. OPTAVIA is a company that sells weight loss plans, and within that they sell pre-packaged food products to go along with those different plans. So in this video we're going to discuss the products, the plans, the pricing, as well as the multi-level marketing structure of this company, how you can join to be a distributor, what the compensation plan is like, as well as the income disclosure statement, which details what OPTAVIA reps, or coaches as they're called, actually make in this company. But before we jump in, I want to give a huge thank you to Babbel for sponsoring today's video. Babbel is a language learning app with award-winning technology, scientifically proven to get you speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Summer is in full swing, which means vacation season is upon us. My husband AJ and I just got back from our honeymoon to Mexico a few weeks ago, and in those weeks leading up to our trip, I was using Babbel to brush up on my Spanish skills, which proved to be super helpful. Using Babbel has been such a great experience because first and foremost, it's efficient, it's convenient, the lessons are only around 10 minutes each. They're interactive and you get to choose which kind of way you want to learn, whether that's lessons, podcasts, games, videos, even live class sessions if you choose. And I'm finding that my favorite part of the app is the speech recognition. So this is where you say the words and the phrases out loud into your microphone, and the app will give you feedback in real time to help with your pronunciation and accent. I love this because speaking a foreign language can feel really intimidating to me, but Babbel feels really comfortable to me because I can be at home, I can be alone practicing my pronunciation skills on my own and still receive the feedback that I need to improve, which I think is awesome. If you would like to gear up for summer travels by learning a new language, you can click the link in the description box or scan the QR code on the screen right here, and this is going to give you 65% off your Babbel subscription. Muchas gracias Babbel for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into this OPTAVIA deep dive. So what exactly is OPTAVIA? OPTAVIA is a multi-level marketing company, as I already mentioned. They sell weight loss plans and food products, and they like to call their food products fuelings. These are things like bars, protein shakes, soup mixes, crackers, things like that. We'll take a much deeper look at the products later on in the video, but basically you can kind of think of this as similar to Nutrisystem or Atkins in the sense that there is a diet plan and there's rules that you have to follow, and then the company also creates and sells their own prepackaged food products that are supposed to fall within this plan. This is my trigger warning right at the top of the video that this is going to be discussing some pretty sensitive topics such as diets, calorie counting, restrictive and disordered eating habits. So if any of those topics are sensitive to you, please feel free to sit this one out. What sets OPTAVIA apart from things like Nutrisystem or Atkins is that they are a multi-level marketing company. A multi-level marketing company, or MLM for short, is defined as a company that sells their products through their own distributors. These are people that have bought into the business opportunity. This means that they have paid a sign-up fee. They are now an active distributor for that company, and their job is to sell the products in which they earn a commission, but also to recruit other people to also come and sell the products and earn a commission. The primary issue with the MLM business model is that people are paid better for recruiting than they are for actually selling the product. And we're gonna dig way into this later in the video when we talk about their compensation plan and their income disclosure statement. And here's the obligatory part of every MLM deep dive that I do, where I remind you that this is an anti-MLM video. There is a heavy emphasis on how this is a dangerous company and how you should not get involved with it. We do not support MLM companies around here, and so this video is gonna be presented from an anti-MLM standpoint. But just due to the search engine optimization of this video and of the title, no doubt representatives from this company are going to find this video. People are going to come across this video if they're wondering if they should join OPTAVIA. And as you can imagine, this ruffles a few feathers, and I get a lot of comments saying things about how I'm just painting the company in a bad light, or I'm only focusing on the bad parts of the company. But I want to remind you that the sources for every single piece of information I got for this video came from the company's own resources. They will all be linked down below. The website, the compensation plan, the income disclosure statement, videos that the company itself produces, everything is coming from the company. And if this information is jarring or upsetting to you, I would really urge you to go check out those resources on your own. I have a feeling you're gonna come to the same conclusion that I have. So with that being said, this video is gonna be broken down into 5 main sections. They're all timestamped below within the time bar if there is a certain section you're interested in. We're gonna talk about the products and the plans and how they're priced. Then we'll talk about some serious concerns I have. Then we'll discuss how you would join, the compensation plan, and finally the income disclosure statement. To kick things off, I'm gonna show you a short video that OPTAVIA has on their website, and this is describing pretty perfectly what their plans and products are all about.
At OPTAVIA, we offer lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. For most, it starts with achieving a healthy weight. This is the catalyst for bigger changes. We succeed where other programs fail because we incorporate healthy habits in everything we do. Our Optimal Weight 5-in-1 plan works because it is simple and easy to follow. We give you the knowledge and nutrition you need to succeed. With great tasting, nutritious fuelings, snacks, and our healthy lean and green meals, we teach you what good nutrition looks like, making healthy eating second nature. On the Optimal Weight 5-in-1 plan, your body will enter a gentle but efficient fat-burning state, which is essential for losing weight. You will learn to eat 6 small meals per day every 2 to 3 hours, which is our first healthy habit. Choose from more than 60 delicious, convenient, nutritionally interchangeable, scientifically designed fuelings. We have something for everyone: shakes, bars, brownies, pancakes, mac and cheese, and more, with plenty of options to fit your lifestyle, including gluten-free and non-GMO fuelings. Each fueling contains high-quality protein, which helps retain lean muscle mass, and a probiotic, which helps support digestive health. In addition to 5 fuelings each day, you'll learn another healthy habit: how to make lean and green meals for you and your family. Your lean and green meal includes countless variations of 5 to 7 ounces of protein and 3 servings of vegetables. Best of all, you can eat your lean and green any time of day. You can even dine out. And for a satisfying crunch, add an optional snack to one of your meals daily. Our physician and registered dietitian developed plans have been recommended by more than 20,000 doctors since 1980, and our products and programs have been used by more than 1 million clients. Proven nutrition gets you where you want to go. Your OPTAVIA coach will make sure you never go it alone. Connect with your coach today.
Are the red flags going up for you? Because I know they are for me. This particular video is describing their 5-in-1 plan. So 5 fuelings, 1 real meal. They call them leans and greens. I'm gonna call them real food for the purpose of this video. But they also have a 4-2-1 program. This is 4 fuelings, 2 real meals that you cook yourself, and then 1 snack. And they also have a 3-and-3 program, 3 fuelings, 3 real meals. And the messaging on the website when they're describing these 3 different plans is pretty interesting, because they're kind of implying that the more fuelings you have and the less real food you have, the more weight you're going to lose. Here's what I mean. When they show the 5-in-1 plan, which is 5 fuelings and 1 real meal, they call it a gentle but efficient fat-burning state. If you go down to 4 fuelings and 2 meals, they refer to this as a more flexible way to still lose weight. And finally, if you only have 3 fuelings and 3 meals, this is considered to be the plan to help you maintain your weight, not lose weight. So in essence, the subliminal messaging here is that the more OPTAVIA food you eat, the more weight you're going to lose, which is a great marketing tactic because obviously they're selling a product that they want you to buy. So they want you to believe that the more you buy, the more fuelings you eat, the more significant your results are going to be. So let's take a look at these fueling options. This is what you're going to be eating 3 to 5 times a day, depending on the OPTAVIA plan you choose. You can either buy the fuelings one by one, box by box, or you can buy a kit. Let's look at the kits first. Here's 3 kits to choose from. They're based on your plan and they range from $378 to $423. We're gonna look at the Essential Optimal Kit for the 5-in-1 plan just as an example. The first thing I notice right off the bat is that everything is in a box. Everything is prepackaged, everything is processed, none of the fuelings are whole foods. The product list consists of a variety of things like bars, shakes, crunchy snacks, and even things like soup mix that you just add water to. you. And look, I'm no healthcare professional and I certainly do not have perfect nutrition habits, but I feel like it's pretty universally accepted that whole foods, real foods, offer you more nutritional benefit than prepackaged processed foods. So right off the bat, I'm alarmed that they are saying you're going to be eating 5 processed packaged snacks a day, and only one time a day are you going to actually be cooking something out of whole foods. They said that their plans are recommended by thousands of healthcare professionals, but if that's the case, I would like to have a word with these individuals because it seems incredibly hard to believe that any doctor out there would recommend that you eat 5 servings of crackers and snack bars and protein powder, and that you should only be eating whole foods once a day. Personally, I feel like if your doctor is recommending that to you, you should probably get a second opinion. The second thing I noticed that is very concerning is that the kit is $378 and it only comes with 119 servings. If this program requires you to eat 5 servings a day, that means that this is only a 23-day supply, which I personally thought was odd because typically if you're doing a diet or a nutrition plan, they're gonna come in about 30-day supplies. That's pretty standard across the board, I feel like. But when you scroll down into the description of this kit, it says that if you want a full 30-day supply, you have to join the OPTAVIA Premium program or you have to sign up to become a coach. Becoming a member of the Premium program means that you're now enrolling in an auto ship, so your card is going to get charged every month and you're going to get shipped these products every month. Becoming a coach means that you're signing up for the MLM business opportunity and now you want to sell the products and recruit people in order to make money. So that was just kind of another sketchy thing I noticed, is that they don't automatically come in 30-day supplies. They're really trying to incentivize you to either get on the auto ship or sign up to be a coach. And only then do you get the 30-day supply for this price. And if not, then you're only going to get a 23-day supply. And if you want additional fuelings, you're going to go and have to buy those separately one by one. And that leads me into the second way you could buy OPTAVIA. You don't have to buy a kit if you don't want to. You could opt to just buy things individually. What's interesting is that everything on the website seems to be $22.55 a box. No matter the type of product you're getting, it's $22.55 across the board. They have bars, they have shakes, crunchy snacks, they have what they call hearty choices. These are things like mashed potatoes or chili. They also have soups, breakfast items, and dessert items. Everything comes in boxes of 7 servings. So 7 servings, $22.55 per box. That comes out to be about $16 a day if you're doing this 5-in-1 plan, eating 5 portions a day. If you're following this program for an entire month, that's going to cost you nearly $500, unless of course you get a kit and you sign up to become an auto ship customer or a coach. Here's my concerns. I have a lot of them. As I've already stated, the fact that this diet centers around prepackaged and processed foods is pretty concerning to me. I think the price is concerning. $22.50 for 7 snack bars, 7 packets of crackers, 7 protein shakes. That is outrageous in my opinion. And it's also sketchy that the kit doesn't include a 30-day supply, as we already talked about. But I have an extreme concern about the nutrition facts on these fuelings. I was clicking around and the fuelings appear to be between 90 and 110 calories each. If you're eating 5 fuelings a day on this program, at maximum, you're going to be getting 550 calories out of them. Then your lean and greens meal, this is 1 serving of proteins, 3 servings of vegetables, and 1 serving of fats. I'm going to link the lean and greens document below if you want to check it out in full. This outlines the certain foods that are approved by this plan. I use the plan and I use the app MyFitnessPal to kind of calculate what a lean and greens meal would probably be for me. What I did is I logged a salad, 1 serving of chicken, 3 servings of vegetables in the form of lettuce, bell peppers, and tomatoes, and 1 serving of healthy fats in the form of a low-carb dressing that they approve on their plan. All of that comes out to be 352 calories for my 1 meal. So if I was to follow this OPTAVIA diet for a day, I would be consuming somewhere in the ballpark of like 800 to 1,000 calories. And of course, that depends what you choose to be your fuelings and what you choose to be your lean and greens. This is not enough calories. According to the Mayo Clinic, somebody of my age, height, weight, gender, and activity level would need around 2,050 calories a day to maintain my weight. Now, the way that you lose weight is you put yourself into a caloric deficit. This means that you're burning more calories calories than you are consuming. So this is estimating for me that with my activity level and the fact that I like to exercise regularly, my body is probably burning around 2,000 calories a day, so I would need about 2,000 just to maintain my weight. This is a very simplified explanation of weight loss and caloric deficits and things, but it serves to explain a bit better how the OPTAVIA plan works. Because remember, they're kind of sending the message that the more OPTAVIA fuelings you eat, the more weight you're going to lose. That's because the fuelings are like 90 to 110 calories each, and you're not getting very many calories with your leans and greens either. I estimated about how many calories you would be consuming on each plan, and here's how those break down. So the 5-in-1 plan, this was described as the fat burning plan, the one that's going to really give you a ton of weight loss. If you're on this plan, it's estimated that you're consuming about 800 to 1,000 calories a day. If you do the 4-2-1 plan with less fuelings and more meals, this is considered the flexible weight loss plan, where you might lose some weight, but it's not as strict as the 5-in-1. Here, you're estimated somewhere between 1,000 and 1,300 calories a day. And finally, the 3-in-3, the 3 fuelings, 3 meals. This is what they describe your weight maintenance plan, and this is between 1,200 and 1,500 calories a day. Basically, the more restrictive the plan, the less calories you consume, the more weight you're likely to lose. In my opinion, if you follow the 5-in-1 program, this would be severely under eating, verging on starvation. Of course, that's my own personal observation. I'm not a healthcare professional, but consuming 1,000 calories per day does not seem like it would be enough to sustain your body's normal functions. Our bodies use calories as fuel for everything: breathing, blood circulation, hormone regulation, digestion, not to mention the calories you're expending when you move or exercise. And simply put, if you are not fueling your body with the calories that it needs, it's not going to function properly. And that can be detrimental to your overall health. There is a reason that our bodies start to shut down when we starve it. And the point being that there is a fine line where you risk consuming too little calories. And in my opinion, OPTAVIA rides that line of starvation. And also in my opinion, OPTAVIA knows that they're riding that line of starvation, which leads me into my next concern. If you're starting a new health and wellness journey and you're looking to make positive changes, you would assume that healthy eating and exercising go hand in hand, right? Not with OPTAVIA. In fact, they almost caution you against exercising. Here's the exercise guidelines that I'm also going to be linking below. And they're basically saying if you don't exercise regularly, don't start now. If you do exercise regularly, we recommend cutting your intensity and duration in half to, quote, allow the body to adjust to its new calorie level. We recommend 30 minutes of moderate exercise while limiting exercise to 45 minutes of light to moderate physical activity each day. Listen to your body and only do what it allows. If you feel lightheaded or faint, stop your exercise and take a rest before you resume. Contact your doctor prior to starting an exercise program. Basically, what I'm gathering from this is that OPTAVIA knows that you're going to be in a severe caloric deficit, basically starving yourself, and that it's not recommended that you exercise very much because you're barely going to be eating anything to begin with, which makes perfect sense because your body needs those calories for its basic functions: breathing, circulation, digestion, etc. There is nothing left over to be burnt in a workout. We don't have any extra calories up for grabs here, okay? We need all of those calories to keep you alive, and you're probably going to be too weak to exercise. Let's get one thing clear, that if a diet plan specifies that you should be cutting back on your exercise and limiting yourself to light exercise in order to lose weight, that is a massive indicator that you're not going to be losing the weight in a healthy or sustainable way. You will lose weight. I can nearly guarantee you that because you're going to be putting your body into starvation mode, but it is not sustainable. And while we're on the topic of sustainability, what happens when somebody decides to come off the OPTAVIA diet? What if they can't afford it anymore? What if they get bored? What if they're tired of being hungry all the time? What if they're starting to feel weak because they're not fueling themselves correctly? What if they're not getting enough nutrients? Guess what? All of that weight is gonna come back. In fact, it might even come back quicker than you lost it because you've been starving yourself for so long that the moment you finally start to eat again and nourish your body again, your body is going to hold on to those nutrients for dear life, and they're going to store them as fat because it's not sure when it's going to be fed again. Again, that's a very oversimplified explanation from a non-professional, but this is an extremely well-researched topic that I would urge you to go and take a deep dive on for yourself as to why diets fail. And that's that's because they're structured in such a way that is seen as a crash diet. It's not sustainable for any long amount of time. And that's all OPTAVIA really is. It's a starvation crash diet, which in my opinion is extremely dangerous. I have a series on my channel called MLM Horror Stories. These are people's personal experiences that they send to me to read for a video. And I have had multiple stories come in about people who did the OPTAVIA program and suffered the consequences. In one case, it even landed somebody in the hospital. I will link that video below if you want to check that out after this. But it's like a thing, okay? It's a thing. People are doing this program and it's having negative impacts on their health. I have people sending me their firsthand experience with that. So yeah, a lot of concerns. 0 out of 10 recommend doing the OPTAVIA program just on the products, pricing, and health concerns alone. But let's not forget that this is a multi-level marketing company where people are joining to become coaches, where they're selling the products and they're recruiting people. And the MLM business structure as a whole has a lot of concerns in itself. So let's dig into the nitty-gritty details of the MLM side of the company. If you're gonna join OPTAVIA as a coach, this means that you want to sign up, you want to pay for the starter kit, and now you're eligible to start receiving commissions on any product sales you make. And you'll also get bonuses when you recruit other people to join the company and start selling the products too. And you'll start making a commission on those people's sales as well. So if you want to join, step 1, identify the coach that you are signing up under, also known as the person who is recruiting you. This is the person that's going to become your direct upline and one of the people that's going to be making money off of you. Step number 2, you need to buy the $200 starter pack that comes with no products at all. But instead, it looks like you get some paperwork, a journal, some pens, a water bottle. Awesome. Great value for $200. But this $200 cost does not account for any of the program products. If you're going to be doing an OPTAVIA program, you're also going to have to pay for those fuelings as well, either a kit or the individual items. So that's an additional cost to consider, which as we know is going to tack on about another $400 a month. So let's say all of that sounds good to you, you decide to join. The next thing to know is how you're going to make money. So let's talk about what the compensation plan outlines. As with all MLM compensation plans, OPTAVIA's is so confusing. It is 22 pages of charts and definitions and graphs that make absolutely no sense to the average person looking at it. They barely make sense to me, and I analyze MLM companies for my job. And for that reason, I am not going to bore you with every detail of these 22 pages, but I am going to pull out some of the highlights. I will have this full document down below if you would like to go and try and decipher it for yourself, be my guest. But the first highlight is this. Coaches earn a 15% commission on the personal compensation volume of orders placed by their frontline clients. This means if I was a coach and I found my own customers, I'm going to make a 15% commission on whatever those people order. Those are my customers, I found them, I pitched to them, I sold to them, I get that commission. The second highlight is this chart. This shows us that when you recruit other people to be on your team and to be in your downline, you're now going to make a small percentage commission on their sales as well. So this top row is outlining whatever rank you are personally at, and then it's showing you the percentage breakdown for the different people in your downline. So if I'm at the rank of manager and I have coaches underneath me, I'm going to make 6% on their sales. If I have senior coaches below me, I'm going to make 2% on their sales. And as you can see, the higher in the ranks you go, the more you advance, the more and more levels or the more and more people you get to make money off of. The point with this is the higher in the ranks you go, the more money you make off the people in your downline. And the final highlight is this chart. This is showing us the 15 different ranks within the company and the qualifications to hit and maintain each one. Like I said, extremely confusing and convoluted. It's complete gibberish, but this is basically telling us that in order for you to climb up the ranks, you need to sell a certain amount of product each month, and that the higher you go, it also becomes a requirement that you need to have people in your downline hitting certain ranks as well. Here's one very quick example. If I am at the rank of senior coach, this means I need to sell $1,200 in product every month to my own customers, and I need to be selling to at least 5 different people. So I can't sell $1,200 of product to just one person. It has to be split up by at least 5 different customers. But if I want to rank up to manager, it means that I have to hit the SC requirements. I have to maintain those senior coach requirements here. But now I also need to have 2 qualifying points. And so I'm like, okay, what the heck is a qualifying point? It says down here that you get 1 qualifying point for every $1,200 you sell, basically. So if I'm at the rank of manager, I need to have 2 qualifying points. So not just $1,200, but $2,400 in sales every month. The higher up in the ranks you go, you start to see here that now it's saying things like you need 1 executive director team. You need 3 teams, 5 teams, 10 teams. And that's basically basically just saying that in order for you to get to those higher ranks, you need to have the people below you also hitting certain ranks. Again, I'm not going to bore you to death with every single definition and detail here, but the point you need to know is that the higher in the ranks you go, the bigger your team, the more money you make. So knowing that, let's take a look at the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement. This is a document that the company releases every year, and it's telling us how much people in this company actually make off of the business opportunity. Typically, income disclosure statements are organized by rank, so it would say at coach, you make this much, senior coach this much, manager this much, and so on. But OPTAVIA does theirs a little bit differently. Here, they show us the range of earnings, and then they show us the percentage of people in the company who actually achieved that level of earnings. These earnings are annual. This is how much people made the entire year of 2021, and here's the highlights that I'm taking away. First and foremost, it shows us that nearly 20% of people who join OPTAVIA make no money at all. 75% of people in the company made $2,500 or less in the entire year, and 5% of people made at least a full-time income, and those people who do make a full-time income have been in the company for several years to get to that point. Another important thing to note is that these figures do not account for expenses. They don't account for that $200 startup cost, or the hundreds of dollars a month you're going to be spending on fuelings, or the money that you're going to have to pay back on taxes because they don't take taxes out for you. If we estimate that an OPTAVIA coach joins the company and does the program for a year, they're going to be spending somewhere between $3,600 and $6,200. That depends on which program they're choosing and how much money they're spending on fuelings. So when you look at it that way, those 75% of people that made $2,500 or less, those people actually lost money being a part of OPTAVIA. 75% of people in the company last year spent more money than they made back. They are in a deficit. They are losing that money. So in conclusion to this dumpster fire of a business opportunity, I'm here to tell you that I am reaching the same conclusion with OPTAVIA that I have reached with every single other MLM company I've done a deep dive on. And that is that they're selling a gimmicky product to suck people in, and that most people who join the business opportunity are going to lose money because they're spending more than they'll ever make back. Additionally, the majority of people in the company will actually lose their money, while there's a very small percentage of people, in this case 5% of people, that are actually making good money, actually making a livable income. And that's because when you have a compensation plan that rewards people for recruitment, the people with the biggest teams get paid the most. This is characteristic of a pyramid scheme, and what this tells us is that not every person who joins OPTAVIA can be successful, because not everybody who joins can have those super large teams that pay them the best. There aren't enough people on the planet for every single person who joins to be able to recruit a significant amount of people. Typically, the people who join the business opportunity shortly after the company is launched, those are the people that have the best shot, because they have the biggest pool of people out there to recruit from. And that's how they're able to build the biggest downlines. That's how they make the most money. My final conclusion statement is that OPTAVIA is just another MLM scam, but in this case, they have a very dangerous starvation diet as the product that is being sold. It is my recommendation that you stay as far away as possible from this company. Nothing good can come of it in my eyes. Using the products could be dangerous to your health, and engaging in the business opportunity is likely going to result in you losing money. You are not deserving of either of those things, and so it is my recommendation that you stay far away. That's all the information I have for you for this deep dive video. Again, all of my sources are linked down below if you would like to go check them out for yourself and see where I got all of my information from. If you're here because you're thinking about joining OPTAVIA, I would really urge you to continue to do your own research and to seek out more opinions on this. Additionally, consider the source of where your information is coming from, because if the only information you're allowing yourself to accept is coming from the people who are looking to recruit you, please remember that they do have a financial motive behind it, and that you deserve to do your own research and come to your own conclusions before deciding to join. That's all I have for you for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.